this course uses one textbook, and there's a link for it right here in the first handout. And it's a textbook that is linked to the CompTIA Network Plus certification. Now, that certification is industry accepted, and a lot of employers do look for the Network Plus as an entry-level certification. So if you're looking to get that first IT job, I do recommend that after this course is done, you look into possibly spending your second 8 weeks of the term working towards your Network Plus certification. There is a student discount for the Network Plus. If you search for it on the CompTIA website, it's not too hard to find. Just put in CompTIA Network Plus student discount and it'll pop right up. Now, the other thing that we use, other than the textbook in this class, is the Test Out Network Pro access code, which goes to a site called testout.com. And let's just jump over to that here for a second. Testout.com is a website that has a lot of different simulations and a lot of supplemental videos and quizzes and other information for you to work through this networking stuff in a more hands-on environment. So just because we're online doesn't mean you're not going to still feel some of that real world hands-on experience. So when you get to this site, you're going to probably need to sign up if you've never used this site before. And I do have a code available to you here. And this temporary code will last until August 31st, and it's this code right here, and you can type that in and get started right away. And I recommend you use the temporary code. If the class doesn't end up working out for you, you shouldn't have to buy materials for a class that isn't working out for you. Or maybe something comes up and you just can't finish the course. If you start it for a few weeks and decide that it is for you, cool. Buy the full copy of Test Out. But if it doesn't work out for you, that way you won't have spent that money for nothing. Now, when you do finally purchase the Test Out code on the Test Out website, you can do so right here, and it's cheaper to do it through the Test Out website than it is from the Macomb bookstore. So I recommend doing that here, and you'll just enter a price code to do so, and that price code is right here, this 14-380TA. And when you type that in, it'll give you the price codes for Macomb students. Now, you are going to be looking for the Test Out Network Pro in there. There's several different Test Out products, but make sure you get the one called Network Pro, and you should be okay. I have a list of the different course outcomes, the things that we are going to attempt to achieve in this course. Different things like describing the elements used to communicate in a network and distinguishing between network types. And these are kind of the overview of all of the different topics that we're going to talk about in the course. And you can read through those and see what we're in for here. Now, there are a couple of keys to success in the class that I do recommend. The most important is managing your time well. The number one reason students struggle in this class, if they do struggle at all, is due to time management. And that is because we move fast through the course and there's a lot of assignments to do. And in this asynchronous format, you may not feel that same push that you would in an on-ground class where you show up every week and you have an assignment due. Your assignments are always there waiting for you. So you need to manage your time and decide when you're able to work on this and focus on this material so you can get through everything. If you start to fall behind on a bunch of assignments, it just snowballs and becomes very, very difficult to overcome that. Make sure you read the texts. So read the book, read what's in Test Out, go over all the material, and it's going to help you a lot in being able to master this information. And participate with your peers. We have several discussion forums that we're going to use throughout the class. Pretty much each chapter in the textbook will have an associated discussion. And a lot of times, even if you don't understand something and you go into the discussion, sometimes it really helps to see somebody else's perspective on it. Not just my voice, not just Test Out's voice, not just the textbook author's voice, but your peers. See what they think about something. And you can apply that then right to your own knowledge. A lot of times people really get to understand it best when explained by somebody who just learned it. So I think that that's a really great way to handle it.